Welcome back to my channel, everybody. It's Leah with skinBEAUTIFUL RX, and today's video I will be recreating this look. So grab a glass of wine and let's hang out. Okay guys, this is me thinking, what have I gotten myself into? I have never done a voiceover, but let's see how it goes. The first thing I'm going to do is use the Clinical Lip Elixir, which is a fantastic anti-aging treatment, but it's also great before you use a lipstick because it keeps them so hydrated and super smooth, and I used way too much. Don't click too much, guys, you'll waste it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is the Mieux TGF. I am only going to use this underneath my eye because this is great underneath the Mieux eye patches, which I will apply in a moment. And if you want super smooth, line-free eyes for your concealer and for your date night, this is a fantastic pre-step, and I highly recommend it before you do any type of events, photos, or if you just want to look really, really good. Okay, this is the TGF eye mask from Mieux. They come two in a pack, and they feel fantastic, and they work so well. Okay, now let's go ahead and apply it. Great, and you'll see why this also makes as if you're not super great with eyeshadow and you have a lot of fallout or you just don't know what you're doing like me, this is great to use too because it'll catch all of that and you don't have to have a ton of cleanup. Okay, so I had to fast forward through that. Just make sure that they are in the right spot. That's me saying 20 minutes. Oh, look, I'm thirsty. Okay, so now that we got a sip, now we're going in with the ChromaGLOW. This is the base eyeshadow primer in Persuade. You guys do not apply this unless you want your eyeshadow to last all day long. I am not exaggerating. It will not budge when you use this. There are other colors. I like Persuade because it's a neutral color, kind of a light pink nude. Now we're going in with the ChromaGLOW More Neutrals Volume 2 eyeshadow palette, and the first color we're going to use is Toasty. I love this palette so much. Unfortunately, it is back ordered. I apologize when it comes off back order. I highly recommend you get it. Okay, so now we're going to be using the E55 Sigma eyeshadow brush, and we're going to be using this for a majority of the lid. So you'll just make sure you are applying that all over. The first color you do, first layer you do after you use that primer, you will need to use a little bit more product because that primer like literally grips onto your eyeshadow, so just know that. Okay, the second layer will be these again from the same palette, and it will be Charmer, and that will also go all over the lid. I lied, that's actually passion fruit. I take that back. That is passion fruit, and it goes all over the lid. It is again a matte pinky nude color. Great. I think that's me showing you. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Tarte Green Forest palette, the eyeshadow palette Sizzle, and we are first going to use Leah, which is a really pretty light pink. Because I do have hooded eyes and really small lids, I try to exaggerate my lids by using a lot of light toned colors and really trying to brighten the lid and make it look bigger than it actually is. Now I'm going to use the ChromaGLOW brush in the small angle E65, and I am going to use that with the color from the same palette, and that's going to be Sandcastle. And all I'm doing is creating a crease. I'm going above my natural crease again because I want my eyes to look bigger than they naturally are. And I'm going to do that to the other side as well. And just make sure they both look about the same, as close as you can get, and that it's all nice and blended. Now we're going to go in with Snorkel, which is one of my favorite colors from this palette, and we're only going to do half of the lid. So half the lid, starting from the inner corner of the eye, and again that nice pop of bright light pink is gonna make my eyes look bigger than they actually are. Okay, now I'm going in with the Osmosis highlighter quad, and I'm only putting that nude color underneath my brow bone. I'm not going to use an actual eyeshadow for that because I like the way this looks. It gives a nice color, it hides my natural reddish color and makes it look like a nice nude. Now we are going back in with the Sigma Beauty Warm Neutrals Volume 2 palette in the color Humble, which is a bright white color and just in the corner of the eyes. And again, just making them look bigger than they actually are. That's me looking for my brow pencil. There it is, my favorite brow pencil from Sigma Beauty. See, thumbs up, I love it. And first, I will use the spoily side and just make sure my brows are brushed. There's no crazy hairs. If there is, you can trim them or just brush them into place. And I use the color medium. I do like a darker brow than my natural brow color. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and start drawing in my eyebrow. And I'm going to create more brow than I actually have. And I'm just going to cross hatch that a little bit to make it look more natural. And then fill them in nice and lightly. Create an arch that I don't actually have. Give myself a little more of a brow. Bring down tail of the brow, and then we're going to go do the same thing to the other side, cross hatching and then filling in the brow and lengthening the tail. And then we're going to go back in and brush the brow. Again, I like big bushy brows. This isn't the 90s anymore, and this will help if any product got, I don't know, clumpy and it looks like I'm still thirsty. It's date night. This is relaxing. Okay, time to take off the eye patch. Look how hydrated that is. You can see just from removing that how hydrated the area is. It's like, look, I'm telling you, it's so good. You can see that it's like almost like I'm already wearing a highlighter, but it's just so hydrated, so plump, and that helps create the definition of the shadow, the eyeshadow we just applied. And let's zoom in so you can see. Okay, let's zoom back out. Nobody needs to get that close. Okay, now I'm just letting you know I primed my skin with the polish mask from Osmosis. I did this earlier. And now we're going to use the Osmosis CC Cream in Neutral and the Fitglow Beauty Redness Rescue Cream, which I love. Look, I love it so much. And I talk about it all the time. This is me telling you I love it. My face loves it. Okay, 2 quick drops, 1 of each. Again, I wear the Neutral CC Cream from Osmosis. And 1 quick drop of the Redness Rescue Cream from Fitglow. And I just combine them together on the back of my hand. And then apply them to my skin. I just use my hand. You can use a brush, or if you want to use something, that's totally fine. And I just make sure that's all patted in. It's super hydrating. It shouldn't be tacky at all. Your skin should just feel good and look super hydrated and ready for the foundation. And before I put on foundation, I always use my Glowbiotics Hydraglow Cream Oil because I like to land planes with my face, and this allows me to do that. I will apply it wherever I would typically put a little bit of highlighter. Again, all of these products, the last 3 I just put on, are all also skincare. So it's not only going to make your makeup look great, but it's anti-aging, it's skin calming, and your skin will just love it. Okay, I have 2 Kabuki brushes. 1 I use when I need more coverage and 1 when I need less. The Sigma Beauty in F80, the flat Kabuki, is very tough. I use that when I need more coverage. And then the Osmosis Beauty base Kabuki brush is nice, soft, and fluffy, and I use that when I need less. But we are going to use the flat Kabuki from Sigma because I do need more coverage today. I have a few breakouts. And we're going to go right in with the Osmosis Pressed Base in Beige Light. And I press that into my skin. I do not brush it. Just because it's a brush, you don't need to use it like a brush. I get full coverage with a pressed base when I press it into my skin, just like you would do with a liquid or satin foundation. And I just do that all over, all the way up to my hairline, to my ears, jawline, and I drag it down into my neck area just to make sure that it's all seamless. See, there I am with my neck. Okay, as you can see, it's all good. Okay, the next palette we're going to use is the ChromaGLOW Sculpt Palette. I love this palette so much. I'm first going to use the color Hollow, which is a dark color. Just trust me on this. I know it's super dark and it can get a little scary, but you will want that. When you see the finished look, you'll see how it blends seamlessly. I'm then just going to take that same brush I just used to put on my foundation and press it into my skin. I'm only going to do about 1 inch. And then that will actually go under my natural cheekbone. So it won't go on it, it'll go just below it to give me a little more definition. Next, we will go in with the color Faking It, and I'm actually going to use the Fitglow Beauty double-ended angled teddy brush, the angled part of it. And again, don't be scared, guys. I know it looks crazy right now, but it will look good as the finished product. Even I'm a little scared. Okay, again, taking that same brush that I applied the foundation and pressing that up and into the skin, I will bring that all the way up into the temple area. And I like to push it up into the natural cheekbone. Here's a better look at it. So you can see it's going upward. I don't want to draw that any more down, but I don't want to go above my natural cheekbone either. So just pressing it into the cheekbone, make sure that it's placed exactly where I want it to go. So we're just going to make sure that is a nice transition on each side. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is get the ChromaGLOW, that is the E65, and I'm just going to define my nose again with the color Faking It. It's the struggle of having a big nose, but I like to do that if I'm just going to be going all out with my makeup. And of course, we're just going to blend that right back in again with the same brush, the Kabuki brush from ChromaGLOW. Again, you can see that doesn't look too bad. And now we're again going to use that double-ended teddy brush from Fitglow Beauty. We're going to use the round side now, and we are using my most favorite palette, the Sigma Blush Cheek Palette, and that color is going to be Cor de Rosa. That actually comes alone and in the palette, and that will go right above the contour I just did. Again, pressing that into the skin, creating more definition. Again, that will actually be on my cheekbone, up into the temple. I will bring all of these into the temple except the last color. The next color I am using is the Pinkin, which I love. It matches my shirt really well. And again, we're just going to press that gently into the skin all the way through the temple area. I will literally use 100 colors on my cheeks. I love them so much. You can see already it just gives such a healthy glow to the skin and adds so much more dimension if you don't have naturally beautiful, gorgeous cheekbones. Okay, now we're going to use Pet Name, which is another really, really pretty color. Again, same end, and we're just tapping that into the apple of the cheek. I'm not going to bring that all the way up into the temple area. Okay, and just make sure that it's all seamless and together. You can see how much the contour, those dark brown colors, kind of just melted right into the skin and looks super natural. Okay, this is the first time I'm using this brush. As you can see, I'm a little too excited about it. This is the Sigma Beauty Strobing Fan F42. I don't know if I'm using this right because usually I use a different brush, so you can make fun of me in the comments below if I'm using it incorrectly. But this is the ChromaGLOW Shimmer and Highlight Palette from Sigma. Seriously, you guys, I love all their palettes. It's like the only palettes I need for the rest of my life. And I am using the color Felicity, which is a purple shimmer highlight. It is so pretty. Again, that will go above my natural cheekbone all the way through the temple. And again, I'm just going to use the Osmosis highlighter quad in that white color because I love a white highlight. I think it's so pretty, and I'll just pop that on top to really complete the look and make sure I blind everybody from every angle. Great, and my cheeks are done. I'm looking for something that I can't find. Okay. What is it? What are we looking for? Aha! I found it. Ah, yes, it's the Osmosis Concealer. Guys, this is a really thin concealer. If you like thicker concealer, you will not like this. This is a thin formula. On one end is a treatment concealing product, and the other end is another treatment for dry patches. So you kind of get two products in one. I do not need the other side, so I'm just going to go right in and conceal any issues I'm having. I have a couple breakouts that I'm just going to go ahead and cover up. I don't use a lot of concealer. Just boop, 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 and I'm done. That is all I use. And then I'm going to go back in with the Sigma Beauty brush and just press that product into the skin and make sure those issues are covered up and concealed. And I typically just use my finger for underneath my eyes, which I'm probably going to do in 1 second. Yep, there I go. I'm just going to do what I'm used to and press it into the skin underneath my eye. It's only a little bit of product just to lighten the area. And I used light. I could probably use a different color. Okay, now I'm going back with the Sigma palette in the warm neutrals. And I am going to use that nice white color in Humble. And I am just going to outline my lower lash line. Again, all that's going to do is really brighten my eyes, especially once I put the mascara on. It's going to make my eyes look much bigger than they actually are. Okay, this is now onto lips. This is the Osmosis Lip Liner in Nude. It's the perfect color. I do not do my entire lips because my lips are fuller. I only do the Cupid's bow and underneath. If you have smaller lips, go ahead and outline the entire lip area. I like this product too. It's just a natural looking product, almost the color of my lips, and I do bring a little bit of the product into the actual lip area. The next product I'm going to use is the Osmosis Lip Intensive in Spoil Me. Again, sticking with the theme, it's about the color of my shirt. It's a beautiful nudie pink. Again, these finish like a lipstick, not a gloss, even though they're liquid. So just be ready for that when you get them. They are more of a lipstick finish. Then I am going to go in with my Fitglow Beauty lip gloss. I love these lip glosses so much. They are not just a gloss. See, I love them. They are also a lip treatment. They build collagen in the lips. They make them plump without the spicy feel that other products can do to really make those lips bigger. And it's just a really beautiful formula, super hydrating, and they are beautiful products. Together, those look so pretty. I will put a Fitglow lip gloss on every single product I have. I love them that much. Oh, looks like I just realized my lipstick's gonna come off. And then I realized, oh yeah, it's just my husband's date night. He'll be fine. Okay. And hey, my lipstick stayed on. That's what's great about those lip intensives. Okay, I am just realizing I don't have my mascara. So I'm going to use this mascara I did have in my bag, which is the Marc Jacobs mascara. I do not do my lower lashes. Again, that to me just makes smaller eyes look even smaller, so I only do the upper lashes. Again, you can kind of see already against that white lower lash line how much bigger my eyes already look. And I do use a black mascara. Okay. That's basically the finished look. If I do want to use an SPF, if I'm doing this throughout the day, I will apply a powder SPF on top. It will not change the look. I don't need to do that though because it is night. Okay. Woohoo! I think I'm done, guys. What do you think? And I just realized I need to do my chest. So we can quickly blend the neck and chest and create a little more definition with that same sculpting palette. And now I'm all done. And I'm knocking stuff over. Must be too much wine. Might as well have one more sip before we go. I hope you guys love this video. I'll see you next time. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.